Review and record is one of the most crucial parts of your preparation. In short, you'll keep a detailed log of everything you learn over the process. You'll be using that journal we mentioned at the beginning of this course. The most crucial part of review and record comes after a full practice exam. In your journal, you need to record the day, the time, the place that you took the exam, as well as anything else that would have affected your performance that day. Some noise, stress, anxiety, whatever it is. This way, you can much better calibrate what affects you during the exam process. Then, of course, record your overall score and the breakdown between the sections. And now you can begin the core of the review and record process. You need to review two things in particular. First, every question you got wrong on the exam. And second, every question that you felt even the least bit uncomfortable with. Remember, we mentioned this during the practice exams video. When you review, you'll find that there are some questions for which the concepts you're completely unfamiliar with. That's easy to record. Just flag the concept and revisit it during one of your directed topic studies. But in other cases, you'll find that you really did think you knew the underlying concepts, but you just approached the question in the wrong way. And here is where most people put themselves at a disadvantage. Most people will read the correct solution and say, "Oh man, I knew how to do this. That's okay, I'll get it next time," and move on. But in reality, you got that question wrong for a reason. Your brain was not conditioned to approach that question in the right way. So you need to help it build the correct habit. You can't simply read the solution and hope it sticks. It generally doesn't. So for any of these questions, I want you to write down the steps of how you approached it, and then write down the steps of how you should have approached it. And lastly, tag this question as revisit. I'll talk more about that in a later video. The other part of review and record, which is slightly less crucial but incredibly valuable, is every time you learn a new tip, strategy, or formula, write it down in your journal. This record is going to serve as your second brain for the GMAT. We all have those moments in tests where you see a question and you think, "Ooh, there was a quick way to do this, but I just can't remember." To avoid this, before any practice exam, and definitely before your actual exam, briefly skim through this record of all the tips, strategies, and notes that you've gone over in the entire process. It's a very effective way to quickly refresh your brain with all the strategies you've learned and bring them to the forefront of your memory. This will help you tremendously before jumping into the actual exam.